season. What's around Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, and Mars? This is your tarot card reading for Cancer season. So, look at that face. So this is what got you in an emotional, pause right now, emotionally stuck right now. It's this mentality, right? So are you trying to keep up the Joneses? Oh no, you Aries. I'm sorry. All right, and I'm looking at a chipmunk right now. Okay, are you? Okay, let's go there. Are you made some money recently, or you blew up on social media, or whatever you're doing, you seen this great abundance for what you created, which is what to be expected, Aries. Okay, you are the head, right? Like, I know. All right, well, slow your roll. Okay, and you might be flossing, you might be proud of yourself, you might be spending here, you getting money on Patreon, you getting money on your PayPal, your Cash App, all those other kind of services or whatever, and you getting the bling bling and the ding dings and the likes, or whatever you're doing as far as career wise, as far as your personal life, it's just flourishing. You getting attention for it. You ain't even got to beg for attention. It's just like coming to you. And it's hitting your account, and as it comes in, you spending it. You like, shoot, I deserve this. I'm like, yes, you do. But in moderation. Right now, you have Mars chilling at home, which is Aries, which is y'all. So Mars is inviting over a friend. Mars is having like a good old party, barbecues every night, Monday through Sunday, and each night got a theme to it. Like, it's so unique that you ain't never seen nothing like this. Aries is popping. They're like, hey, and everybody can see it, and you know it. When people are looking at you, in a good way. And when people looking at you in a bad way, but we as humans know when people are staring at us. Some of us tend to have an attitude like, what you looking at? Or it might be like, yeah, I'm gonna fly. Keep on looking. Or you somewhere in between, just depending on the day and whose that is looking, right? But it's time to put respect to your money, to your brand, to your name, to your future. So yes, it's okay to get into that situation where you treat yourself. Sometimes you need to buy some things in order to progress. So maybe you need to buy a particular tool in order to build this, in order for it to get to that point. And tools can mean anything, you know what I mean? But you're investing into something to make it work. That's good and dandy. And then you're trying to take a little bit for yourself to maybe get you a nice dinner. Maybe you never had a nice dinner before, and you say, hey, I always wanted to eat at this restaurant since I was a child. Now I can afford it. Let me do it, and let me invite some people. But instead of inviting 20 people, maybe you want to invite like your close 3, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, or your close 4, or maybe it's just your close 1, depending on how far back you want to cut back on that extra spending, and to invest that into what you want to see your future. So start looking into putting some of that money aside to do what you need to do, so that way your goals can be more impactful, and it can become real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because you have taken that time, to look into the future, to prepare for that. And then some of y'all just stuck in a rut, period. Just like, you just in the same cycle over and over. Like, you don't want to change, you don't want to do anything, you just want to keep things the same, like the same breakfast, the same lunch, the same dinner, you wear the same colors every day, it's worked for you for this long, so, or this is what you've been doing for so long, that you haven't realized is that you're stuck in this rut, this pattern, and now it's time for you to break free. This is Cancer season, so go with what what do you feel that you need to, do. This is the time to, be like a wave and just flow on out. You know what I mean? A wave don't stay in one place. A wave here it's going to be a wave, the same wave that's going to be in Australia. You know what I mean? Don't ask me the distance and the time, because I haven't calculated that, but I'm sure somebody knows, and if you watch it, put it below, because I am a Gemini and inquiring minds want to know. But there is a distance between a wave current here reaching a wave current in Australia. So let's go. Let's break free, ride these waves. You know, don't be so serious and stuck up all the time and just all up in just what you have to do. And then some of y'all been so involved and so putting all this fire, this energy into getting them coins and stacking and getting what you need and getting what you want and getting what other people need and what they want, because you got it like that, or you looking to be like that, or how, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's loved ones that's looking at you like, hi, what about me? And this is Cancer season, Cancer new moon with Lilith in Cancer. Okay, so yes, there will be loved ones, close ones to you, that will be looking for you to show them some attention and show them some love and show them some care. Do you know what I mean? Because you've been putting all this effort and energy over here that you kind of, you know, forgot over here. So kind of look around you. Go ahead, do like a 360, turn around, see who's around you, see who. And not everybody deserves to get your attention. Don't get me wrong, it's 2022. It's not so fluffy like that. I'm not going to tell you that. But those who you know who needs, you know, your care, like your children, you know, your mom, maybe you get along fine. Some people don't get along with their moms, but your mom, you might get along with her, and you're like, you know, I ain't called for a minute. Let me holler at her for a minute. Or, you know, a guardian who raised you, and that you're still cool with. You know, just people that you know you're still cool with, and you want them to know that you care. Everybody else, whatever, they'll figure it out later, or later you'll do something for them. But I'm just talking about your immediate heartstrings right now. You know what I mean? That immediate, like, if something was to happen right there, you will really be hurt right now because you wasn't there to check in on them. Them people right there, right? All right, so maybe you need to take some time and check on them, even though it's a new moon. You know, maybe you have some new ideas about how to balance getting what you gotta get, plus saving some money so you can get to your goals faster, but still yet loving yourself and treating yourself. Because ladies, you know, a good foot massage, men, come on now, it's 2022, good foot massage, let's put you in there. A good, you know, leg massage, hand massage, scalp massage. They got so many things out there. Salt baths, sound baths, every kind of bath, spiritual bath, you know, yoga. I'm just going to go get me a new crystal. Oh my gosh, the nature out here is crazy. So yeah, balance that fire energy, because there's a lot of fire energy. I mean, I'm just looking at a red tail nature thing all over the place. So balance that out. Yes, the ideas is good. Yes, you know, where you want to go and where you want to be is great. You know what I mean? But don't overexhaust yourself. Don't get so high sedity. You know what I mean? Come down a little bit, because you know, don't take it the wrong way, but if you go up high and you do it the wrong way, the fall is going to hit you so hard. You know, there is such things as highs and lows. So know that. You don't want to be so fast and so quick, you know what I mean, where you burning yourself out. You burning bridges that you didn't want to, you didn't intentionally burn, but because you were so focused on this and you didn't balance your time, you didn't get to, you know, put your energy where it was supposed to be at that particular time when it was needed. All right, so go ahead, use some discernment, use some balance, and you're going to be able to figure this all out where you can have your cake and eat it too. All right, Aries, I'll check y'all later. Have a wonderful day and night in this Cancer season, and more to come with the Cancer moon. And I may do a little reading as well, because this is a lot of emotion, and I'm all air, so I'm just looking at it like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, shoot. All right. What's around, Taurus? This is your tarot card reading for Cancer season, with the question of, you know, what got you stuck? What kind of emotions got you stuck? If you are in your emotions, boy, that's what's got you stuck. Your own emotions caused by a whole bunch of negative thinking. Like you talking to yourself like you would talk to your enemy. You know, what did Beyonce say? You know, you're your own best friend. You know what I'm saying? But would you say that to somebody that you care about, what you're saying to yourself? Would you tell that to like a child, or would you tell that to your child? Would you tell that to like you when you was a child? Or would you come back and be like, hey, they'll be like, what? You're gonna be spoiling that person's dream and they're only 5 years old with the stuff that you telling them that you tell yourself, you know? So start to check yourself. Start to check that bully within inside you, you know, and don't use those horns, those bull horns towards yourself. You're supposed to be using the bull horns to hit the target in life, you know, to be, you know, where you want to be comfortable, to have stability, to have, you know, strong values in your life and consistency and structure and I did say comfortability and stability and financial you know, comfortability and all those kind of things that Taurus likes, you know. And at this point, you know, when you have a wound, you're sensitive, you know, that wound is sensitive. So any kind of thing that's going to trigger that wound or touch that wound, you about to go off. You got, you know, smoke coming out of your nose and whatnot. You done sucked out the earring from your nose. You know, you about to go down because, you know, people, places, and things are touching you in that sore spot, you know. So it's time to take some time out to heal during this Cancer season. Cancer is about your emotions. So use this energy, and we have a full moon Cancer. I mean, not full moon, sorry, a new moon in Cancer too. So start to lick your wounds, you know, start to heal yourself. And you might have to separate, you might have to detach from people, places, and things in order for you to start healing yourself. And if you don't know how, where to start, then start by just changing how you think to yourself. You know, what do you think about yourself? Look in the mirror. Start there. That's free. You know, pretty much everybody has a mirror. And if you don't, you got a phone that can capture your face, right? And use that as a mirror and look at yourself. And it might sound like real corny or whatnot, but actually tell yourself some good things. Tell yourself how handsome, how beautiful you are, how smart you are. Tell yourself, you know, that you got this, you know, simple things like that. Even like, you're gonna be happy today, it's all good, you know, everything is good, you know, whatever it is. Let yourself know. Tell yourself, as you was talking to yourself, talking to a best friend, you know, what would you say if they knew all the things that was going on with inside you? And do that to yourself. Don't look for other people to be like, oh, let me go over here and say positive words. Oh, let me go over here and pick this person and help this person uplift them. No, start with yourself, because that's going to create thicker skin for you. You're going to start healing that wound. It's going to start, the swords are going to start coming out. The rain is going to stop. Well, it might go a little bit to wash away the extra blood and kind of, because, you know, water heals the wound, clean the wound out, but it's going to go away. The clouds are going to start getting puffier and getting whiter and nice and puffy, and they're going to start to separate, and the background is going to become blue. And then that heart is the way those things, they might have a bandage over them, but then after a while you can take the bandage off and you'll see like a thicker skin. So let this process, as you heal, it's also going to create a thicker skin where you're going to not be so hurt every time somebody triggers you about, you know, this particular thing or this situation. You're going to come at it with a more calmer, more better perspective and understanding about why that person is saying that. So you're not going to stoop down to their level and just, you know, curse them out, you know, because they don't stepped on your bunion. You know, they'll smack you in your sore arm. You know how that works. Or you know, when you hurt and somebody don't know you hurt and they hit you and you just go off. Right. But since you done healed yourself, you're not going to be so sensitive to the world anymore. All right. And hurt does take time, but you have to be able to recognize that you're hurt and start within yourself of how you can deal with that releasing of that pain and that recovery part, so that you can move forward and don't have this follow you for, you know, years and years and years, you know, because people can hold on to heartbreaks, to loss, to emotional pain, to suffering. So yes, emotional purging is real. Let it out. Get it out. You know, even if you have to go to a rage room and knock some things out, or go to take boxing classes or kickboxing classes or anything like that. Some people have different ways of letting things out. Shouting room. There's like so many kind of rooms out here where you pay like $50 just to let things out, let things go. And that might be one of the best $50 you ever spent versus spending $2,000 with a therapist. But however you can start, that's where you go ahead. So be careful that you're not stuck in the moment of grief, all right? You want to be able to unblock yourself by taking out them swords. Start talking to yourself in a better way, all right? As you would talk to a good friend. If you talk bad to your good friends, then you really need to take several seats and take a look at yourself and start talking good things around you and having good vibes around you. Now, if you're already negative, then that's going to take some time for you to clear that out because you attract what you are. So once you work on yourself, you will start getting to know more positive people and more positive friendships and loved ones and people that you can, you know, adore and care for. You know, it might not be the people around you now, but once you heal yourself and learn from that healing and gain some thick skin to the external world and with some self-confidence and you know, you got your head held up now and the wound is healed, you release the pain, you learn from it, so you know not to repeat those cycles again or get caught up in that situations again or that person, place, or thing again. So you learn from it. You're not holding on as regret. You forgave yourself and you're not afraid to say sorry, even to yourself. Have a wonderful day and night. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant for, and also Venuses for this Cancer season. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Mercury. This is your tarot card reading for Cancer season. So, that's what's going on right now. Just, right? So, this is all about what's got you stuck, you know? What's got you stuck in your emotions? Like, what's going on during this Cancer season that's keeping you away from, you know, doing what you gotta do emotionally. And it's basically, you know, maybe you've been there, done it, and it hasn't worked. So now you're just like, you know, like, really? Do I have to go through this all again? You know, I'm fearing that it's not going to work out. I have anxieties over this. Like, this is just not going to work out the way I planned. I have these big dreams. I have these big goals. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's just not panning out. So what's the point? I'm just wasting my time. I'm just wasting my energy. Let me just go do something else. Which is easy to say for a Gemini, right? It's very, very, very easy to say. But this is Cancer season, right? So we're working with a lot of emotions. So you're dealing with your fears, you're dealing with the anxieties, right? And then you have this whole Mercury and Venus hanging out in Gemini, just chilling. They like, hey girl, hey, you know what I mean? Hey dude, what's up? Hey bro, you know, whatever. But they communicating and you feeling that energy about what do you love versus what do you have to do, you know? What do you want to do because you value that versus what you really don't value but you got to do any day. What you want to communicate and talk about all day long, you know, in your sleep, in your dreams, you just want to just blah, 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 all day about it. But now you got to go somewhere that you don't really want to go and talk about stuff that you really don't want to talk about, nothing that just ups you. So you're just going through this battle of what has to get done versus what you want to get done, what has to be said versus what maybe somebody else says that you're supposed to say, what has to be created versus maybe, you know, your fears and anxiety is holding you back and therefore you're not complete anymore. So you have to get over that hump because you want to achieve those green dreams, even if you cut down, because as a Gemini, I know you got several, okay? Maybe you just want to sit back for a minute and take some time and analyze the situation and maybe just go for one particular goal at a time and then let that flourish and then go on to the next and to the next. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if something is not broke, you know, don't try to fix it, you know? So things that you know that it can kind of maintain itself for a minute, but things you know that you definitely got to get on, maybe you should just focus on that and take it lightly. You know, there's a lot of Cancer energy in the sky, so use some of this background blue air, take it real light, right, real light, and play with it. You know, it's kind of like how some people can't do workout like 1, 2, 3, 4, up and down, to the left, to the right. You know, they can't do that, but they rather go and play a sport instead, because there's some fun in it. Yes, they can exercise, but they also like, you know, playing games, and they also like this particular sport. So they're doing so much things in just one moment, which is what Gemini is all about, that multitasking, that, okay, how can in this one space and time take care of that, boom, done, next. You know what I mean? So start to use that analogy for everything in life, even if it's a new project, something that you're trying to create, a new baby or whatever, anything new, you know, a new life, a new relationship, a new anything, right? A new way of living, a new lifestyle, a new decoration to your home, a new color, anything new, right? Keep everything, you know, just playful with it, fun with it, you know, kind of like childlike, where you're not so stressed about it. You know, when kids try something for the new time, they're not beating themselves up. It's kind of like, oh, I'm gonna keep trying, I'm gonna keep hitting this ball and make sure I get this ball to go across, you know, the whatever. And they don't, you know, a lot of times they don't give up. And then some of y'all beg to differ, because some of y'all know some kids that would just have a whole fit, but that's a whole society situation, culture rearing, all that kind of stuff. But 9 times out of 10, if you get a whole bunch of kids to try something new and you keep switching it every hour on them, they're not going to get tired. They do get tired for a minute, to take a break, of course, to pee and eat and chat a little bit, and if it's hot, get some shade or whatever. But they ready for it, and they're not going to beat themselves up afterwards. Anything, they're going to take pictures of all their faults. They're going to post all their faults and everybody else's faults. They're going to talk about it and share the photos about how it went, and who didn't hit right and who did and who was the best and who's not. But they're not going to take it like, I could never, you know, it's just gonna be like, ha, yeah, I suck. Okay, but I was good at this though. Right. So do that. Put some of that into your projects, into anything that you're trying to start new. You're not gonna get it perfect, but being childlike and being light about it will help you come up with other creative ideas of how to attack it, and how to, you know, maximize that time and that space for you to do all the magical, you know, things that you want to do in life. So you already know the answer. So the inspiration comes within, rather than looking outward for it. So don't look for validation for anybody else to tell you how and what you do. It all starts within you. And we just came out of Gemini season. Happy belated Gemini season to all the Geminis out there. Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, right? So the spiritual path is real. So a lot of y'all not going to speak about it, and that's cool. You don't have to speak about it. And people might want to know, especially being a Gemini, you talk so much that people want to know the changes in your life, and you might really want to express it, but you know that person's not going to get it, or they're going to downplay it, or you just know the feedback is just not going to be what you need, so there you tend to just shut up and just keep it to yourself. That's fine. You got journals that you can talk to, and they listen. You got journal voicemails, and that can, you know, record your voice as you speak into it. That will listen to you. You can speak into the ether. That will listen to you. You know what I mean? You can start your own pages, your own blogs, your own posts, you know, and whoever resonates, like, and whoever don't, dislike. Who cares, right? It's 2022. Who cares? But at least you're getting your expression out. But a spirituality journey, it is a quiet journey, you know, and then as you grow, trust me, you will start to connect with people who resonate just like you, people who has that same fire as you, that same passion, even if it's about different things, but it still resonates the same way. You know what I mean? So just use this time to do you, get you together. So by the time you get that, the people that you need, the places that you need, and the things that you need in order to continue your growth, you know, because it all starts within first and then external. This is all gonna come to you, you know. Have a wonderful day and night, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Mercury for this Cancer.